Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. This video right here we're going to talk about some other terminal basics. We're going to talk about how to move files in Unix. We're going to discuss how to copy files, and lastly how to rename files. And that will be on today's lesson. So first thing I'm going to do is bring up terminal, and let's zoom in a little bit again as before. Just want to be big enough so that you can see the screen. So first thing that we're going to talk about is moving files. So let's see where we're at. We're already here. Let's do CD desktop again. And we'll clear and do ls to list our things. So here's what we have yesterday. In our last video, we created CCAC world. We created TripAdvisor already there. My stuff. So some of these are new. I just actually added these today. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to create a new directory. So let's do this. Let's do make directory, and we'll call this directory. What can we call this one today? We'll call it. Let's see. Call it. Today was the first day of NFL games, so I'm going to say football Sunday. Perfect. Football Sunday. Hit return. If I do an ls, let me show you. Actually, let me do something here. Let me bring over my directory, show what I just created. So 1 second here. Put this guy over here. You should see I just created football Sunday. Created it, and it appears right here. So that's perfect. It's there. We have our thing. All right. So now we have that. So the next thing that we need to do is we need to move something to this directory. Okay. So let's say that we have, let's see, what do we have here? Our Python scripts. Okay. So our Python scripts are in right here, and we want to move it over to Football Sunday. So there's two different ways you can do it. You could go directly to the Python scripts directory and move it from there, but we're just going to stay in this directory. So if I do clear, do pwd, it says that we're in the desktop directory. So now let's just cd into the new directory. We just call football Sunday. Return, clear it again, hit ls. So we have nothing in there because football Sunday has no files in there. Perfect. All right, so let's see what we can do to make this a little bit wider here so that makes more sense. All right, so what we're going to do, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to move a file. So we're going to type in the word mv for move. And then we're going to do, let's see here, we want to actually, let's do this. Let's go back. And let's go directly into the Python scripts. This will probably be easier if we do it this way. Python scripts. Clear, ls, okay, perfect. Let's do it from here. This will be easier to move it here. So I'm going to do move. Let's say we move the config.py. So what you're doing is you're using mv for move, and you're going to put the file name. In this case, it's config.py. I'm going to do space. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to move it into a different directory. Now, as you notice here, in order to move it, I have to. Okay, so I have my move here, and we're doing config.py, and I'll erase it for a second. What we need to do is, you notice here, we are currently in we're currently in Python scripts. We need to go back to the previous directory. So what we need to do is a dot, and that says, hey, you know what? That's going to move us back to the current directory, which is these guys here. Now we need to specify where we're putting it at. We're going to say football Sunday. Then / then we need to put the name of the file, okay? And the reason being is we need to put the name of it or it won't work. And I'll show you why in a second. We'll try a different way. So let's do this one first. Return. Now, if I do an ls, we only have these two over here. As you see here, we only have these two listed. So now let me go over to Football Sunday. To that we have config.py. So let's do this. Let's try to do move classes.py. And let's just do football football Sunday. Let's see what happens. Return. Now, you notice here what happened is football Sunday got the classes. We go back to Python script, and guess what? They're not there. So that's two different ways you can do it. This way right here is a lot easier because you have to type less. So that is how you move files from directory to directory. Now, let's say that, let's do ls here. So we're currently in the Python script. So let's create another directory in here. And we'll call this one, what else can we have? A JavaScript. Or, you know what, let's say Angular JS scripts. Okay, so I'm going to create a directory. If we do an ls, you'll see that we have a directory. So let's say that we had a new file. Let's create a new file. We'll call it index.js. All right, simple. Now if we do an ls, let me clear this because it's getting hairy. So now we have this index.js, which is a JavaScript file. So if we want to move that JavaScript file, we're going to say move index.js. And what we're going to do here, we just have to type in Angular JS scripts and hit return. Now, if I come over here, it's in there. I can do an ls here, and I don't see anything, so I'll do a cd Angular JS scripts. And there's my file. So now that is 3 different ways of moving a file. All right, so hopefully you got the move files. Now what we're going to do is copy files, okay? So we are in here right now, and let's see here. Let me create a new script in here. So let's do touch, and we'll call it animation.js. Create another one. Let's say sequences.js. All right. So now we have this. So now what we're going to do is copy a file. So there might be a situation why you need to copy. You might need to create a backup. You may need to create a new file, whatever the case is. So let's say I do cp, let's say index.js, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a backup of this for some reason. Let's say index backup, I'll say bak.js. Now if I do an ls, guess what? I have that new file. So all you have to do is do cp name of the current file space and new name. That's how you copy. Now you could copy back and forth as well. So, all right, so let's say we're in this one right here. Let's say we want to go back to, let's see here, we're in Angular JS scripts. Let's say we want to go back to this main directory and move something back. We could do cp, we could do index_bak.js. Look at this, and just do this, return, and look at this. Now if I do it, let me play this. If I do an ls, we still have it here. If I do a cdd ... we go and say, hey, we're at the Python scripts. Guess what? We have it here as well. So the way that we did the move, that would apply the same with the copy. Okay, so hopefully you get it. So that's copy, and that is moving. The last thing that we want to talk about is how to rename a file. Okay, so we want to rename it to something else. So let me clear this, do an ls, and let's say that we want to, here's a perfect one. We are in our script here, and we want to change the index back.js. We don't want to call it that. Maybe we want to call it maybe we want to call it something else. So how would we do that? So if you remember, in moving files, we used the mv. We're going to use that same command again. So I'm going to say mv index bak.js. Then I'm going to give it the new name. When I'm going to copy it, I'm going to rename it to index. Let's call something totally different. Let's say this is our timer.js. Hit return. If I do an ls, look at that, timer is there. I I could even do the same thing. I say, you know what, I don't like timer.js. I'm gonna call it something else. I'm gonna say my timer.js. See, now it's called my timer. So as you see here, so this is how what we've went over here in a short period of time. We talked about how to move files, how to copy files, and rename files. What are two attributes that are the same? Move and rename uses its two same commands, the M and the V. And then copy uses CP. Pretty simple. So if you have any questions, contact me. Thank you for watching this lesson that we did.